true to promise or true to my word, I'm back again today to annoy you all with my late night thoughts. Yeah. Good evening, good night, good whatever it's been for you today. For me, it's been exhausting, is what it has. It's been a run around, it's been energy. It's been interesting nonetheless. It's just been, just life. And yeah, that's what most of my day has been. But I am going to go over some decorum here, just in case anyone is wondering how exactly I am looking to run these. It's conversation, it's open conversation, and the live chat, I believe, is on. So send me questions, send me ideas that you're having, struggling with, dealing with, thinking through, and I'll go ahead and say it to camera, and we'll see who else is has a point of view, and I will be your voice for tonight. Okay, that's who I'm looking to be, your voice for tonight. But yeah, while we still have just me on here, let me then go ahead and share what I have been, thinking, and what's been happening today for me. Most of it has been this idea of learning and unlearning, or learning and relearning. I consider myself a person who belongs more on the extremes of life, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm angry, then I am angry. And like the very end, and I'm to the very end of my patience. And when I'm upset, I am just as far. And when I am benevolent, I am the most benevolent that I can be, or that I can master. And the benevolence has been challenging. Being someone who likes to uh, be the light in the world that I want to see. I tend to press myself to make my decisions based off of my beliefs of what right and wrong are, and I hold myself to that quite strictly. And it's been to an extent a negative, because I find myself in situations where I am being more kind than I should be. I am being more tolerant than I should be. This again is a thought that got sprung by a post I saw earlier again today that said, there comes a point, I'm paraphrasing here, it said something to the effect of, there comes a point in your life where you have to learn the opposite of what you've learned. Like, with patience, you need to learn how to be impatient, and with I don't know, not being aggressive, you need to learn the opposite of that. That resonated with me quite a bit. Resonated with me quite a bit, I tell you, because I do find myself in situations where I'm pushed to a point near the end of myself, and my strategy to date has been avoid, avoid, avoid. And I am coming more and more to a belief that that strategy might not be a good long-term strategy, because one of these days I might be pushed beyond what I can restrain myself and find myself in a situation where I act out in a way that is not befitting of who I would like to be. You know what I mean? So I'm having to learn how to be angry and be sober whilst angry, if that makes sense. I'm having to learn how to be impatient. That's the very one that struck a chord with me, because I'm the guy who would wait in line while other people cut in line, just because I didn't. An extra 5 minutes wouldn't kill me, right? Whilst in actuality, an extra 5 minute is actually killing me, because it's taking 5 minutes that I could have spent with family. It's taking 5 minutes that I could have spent working on myself. And in such unfair situations, I am learning to voice my opinion and voice my displeasure, because I historically have not been the best at showing negative emotion. There it is. I've not been the best historically at showing negative emotion, whether that's anger or even the more somber of the spectrum of my emotions. I've historically not been the best at showing those, or expressing them, or channeling them, or however you would like to put it, really. I've never been the best at it. And that's the opposite that I'm learning how to express. That's the opposite. And that's okay. It's okay. It's this whole idea of process and journey again that I am falling in love with, you know, because despite the fact that I am struggling with expressing these emotions and feeling these emotions, and being these or this the shadow side of me, expressing that and being comfortable with that. And as much as I'm struggling with that, it took me just as much time to cultivate the more positive traits that I hold so dear to myself. You know, like patience and tolerance, more especially tolerance. I need to find comfort in intolerance sometimes, because they say there's the whole old saying about not standing for anything, and that causing you to then fall for everything. So intolerance is something that I need to learn. Intolerance for things that go up against my worldview. Intolerance for things that go up against my moral statutes. Intolerance for things that challenge my or endanger my the things that I hold dear to myself. You know, like family and what else? Country, state, my state, my patriotic leanings and inclinations, things that go up against those things. I need to learn to be a little bit more intolerant with those. Yeah, these are lessons that I'm figuring out that I need to learn. But with that also, I am figuring out what this environment can serve as. What form should it best take, right? And in the process of that, I am figuring out who I should best be as well with it. But yeah, that's that. The key thing that I want to focus on this month, this I'm sure you're gonna hear so much about it, like mental health. It's gonna be everywhere, and you might get tired of it, seeing tasteless or not so well thought out commentary on it. But it is important. It is important that we highlight it, and highlight it not only during this month and all of that, because it is a struggle that most all of us encounter more often than we would like. Yeah, a healthy mind, a healthy life is how I'd like to think of it, because everything that you are, everything that you materialize in the real world is a product of your thoughts, your mind, your mental. You know, as a man thinketh, so is he. These are old adages, but still extremely relevant ones. This is what's on my mind tonight. Learn to be the exact opposite of who you purport yourself to be, and then find that balance in the middle. In the middle is probably where you exist, because much of what I believe, much of what I live out, I acquired from those that I looked up to. And I have taken it and expressed it as best I can, never once thinking, what does the opposite feel like? Or how or who would I be if I acted in the exact opposite manner from what I have been taught and what I believe? Who would I be, right? And that's where I am in life, being the exact opposite of everything that I believe, and then finding that middle ground, that middle point where everything just fits, everything just balances, you know. Because I do have a tendency of being too kind when I'm kind, and being too cruel when I am cruel. I I am in need of finding that middle ground. Let's hope that we can all find that middle ground in our lives of tolerance, just in case you're on the other extreme of being intolerant of everything that stands against you and not being able to see the world from other points of views. You know, just in case you're on that side, it would help you to try and live life in the exact, I feel it would be helpful to you to try and live life in the exact opposite way of how you, or what your strongest beliefs are, and then see how much of it remains after living that way. That's your middle ground. It's your middle ground. Those are my thoughts. I would love to catch you here at 11 tomorrow again, just in case you're listening after the fact. It would be great to have conversation with you. In any other case, leave me a comment, leave me a like, a follow. A subscribe. Oh, we subscribe here, we don't follow. Okay, cool. Do that. Right? Let me do the YouTuber thing and say this stuff. But anyway, I I would love for this space to be a space where people can nearly anonymously share the deepest parts of themselves and feel and be seen. That's that's what I'd love to get out of it. Yeah. Again, to be who I never had in my darkest hours. So yeah. Leave a comment. Let me know what you would like to hear about. Let me know what you would like to see. Let me know what you are interested in talking about. And I'm gonna try and figure out a way for us to interact in case people are brave enough to jump on camera. That should be great. But anyway, if you are watching me where it is night, good night. And if it is daytime for you, good afternoon and have a great rest of your day. This is Bulu checking out. That's my weird self, by the way. Yeah, that's the weirdest you will ever find me at 11. Bye bye. Catch you tomorrow. And I will be here tomorrow. Talking trash again. Okay, I'm out.